Hello po at magandang araw. Ngayon po ay Friday, ika-22 ng Hulyo, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chodoro. Welcome po sa The Stock Market today. Ang i-share po nating news ay tungkol sa report on the Philippine banks kasama ang ating financial headlines. And if this is your first time in this channel, ako po ay isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007 at ginagawa ko po ito araw-araw. I also report yung latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stocks. If you like the content, niimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa aking channel. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review, paki-comment lang sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ko financial advisor. Anything I say dito po sa ating channel ay hindi po financial advice. Again, get well soon to my dear cousin Mari. We're praying for you, for your quick recovery, and we're praying also for your dad, si Tito Sam. Huwag kayong alis dahil ibabahagi po natin sa inyo ang ating financial headlines plus meron po tayong question tungkol dito sa property dividends ng PNB. Dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, punta po tayo sa ating financial headlines, and this is from BDO Securities. ADB hikes Philippine GDP growth forecast to 6.5%. Ang sabi ni Moody's, Philippine debt rose the most in Southeast Asia. In sectoral and company news, provinces now account for 29% of BPO jobs. Mupunta na sa probinsya, ha? And usually online po yan. Philippine bank earnings loans expected to sustain growth. Ito po yung ating main news, ano? And also, second quarter 22 NAIA passenger traffic up sharply at 8.3 million. So let's now go to our main news from the business world. Philippine banks earnings loans expected to sustain growth. Profits and loans of Philippine banks will likely to continue to grow as the economy recovers from the coronavirus pandemic, S&P Global Ratings said in a report on Tuesday. The banking sector is also seen to remain resilient amid shocks on the back of their strong capital positions. The ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office said in its annual consultation report on the Philippines in 2021. We forecast credit growth of 5 to 7% following better economic growth. Any reduction in banks' regulatory reserve requirement could push credit growth toward the higher end of our forecast, S&P primary credit analyst Nikita Anand said in a report published on Thursday. Sector-wide profits are likely to return to pre-pandemic level in 2022, with the sector's return on average assets increasing to 1.2 to 1.3%. This is on the back of higher credit growth, margin improvement, and expected policy rate hikes and lower credit cost, Mr. Anand said. S&P expects the economy to grow by 6.5% this year from 5.6% in 2021, which Anand said will support the banking sector's continued recovery. Okay, so yan po ang ating main news, and so let's now go to your comments. Okay, sabi ni Flor Mira, Sir, chart FB please, thank you. Okay, Flor, we'll do that. And then sabi ni Fernando Dumok, Please comment on PNB, especially its long delayed more than 1 year ago property stock dividend. I think I've commented that a month or two ago when I think you had the same question, si Fernando or another subscriber, I cannot recall, but I already answered that. But then again, we will do that again, you answering that question. I saw this article here dated July 22. Oh no, sorry. I was looking at the date today, no? Pero PNB to issue property dividends to stockholders. This is April 26, 2021. Alam niyo po, as a backgrounder, property dividends, matagal po yan. Hindi po yan madaling gawin. Yan po ang pinaka-comment ko dyan. So let's go through the article. From the Inquirer, the Board of Directors of PNB has approved the declaration of property of shares of PNB Holdings as property dividends effective May 18, 2021. In a disclosure to the PSE on April 23, PNB announced that the bank declares PNB Holding Corp shares as property dividends to the stockholders of PNB on record as of May 18. Earlier this year, PNB obtained regulatory approval to make additional dividends. The investment into PNB Holdings and dividend declaration are two important phases of the bank's strategic initiative to recognize the unrealized value of its three major properties, mainly PNB Financial Center in Pasay, PNB Makati Center in Ayala Central Business District, and prime property at the corner of Buendia Avenue and Paseo de Oro, also in Makati. So, tatlong properties po ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, which will be consolidated in PNB Holdings. PNB is pursuing plans to reduce its low-earning assets and build its capital position. The distribution of PNB Holdings shares through the dividend declaration allows PNB stockholders to share the benefit of realized values of properties and future gains. Property dividends occur when a company declares and distributes assets other than cash, such as shares of stock in a company's subsidiary or affiliate or tangible products of the company. Through the distribution of PNB Holdings Corporation shares via declaration of property dividends, all shareholders of PNB will become part owners of PNB Holdings, allowing them to benefit from future potential gains and developments. So, ang mangyayari po dito, ang property dividends na i-distribute ay shares of stock ni PNB Holdings Corporation. Yun po ang di-distribute. At nandun po sa ilalim ng corporation na yun ay tatlong properties na hopefully kumikita po ito, no? Or pwedeng ibenta. So ito po yung PNB Financial Center in Pasay, PNB Makati Center in Ayala, in the Makati area, and prime property at the corner of Buendia Avenue, Paseo de Rojas. So yan po ang magiging property, yan po ang didistribute sa lahat ng stockholders of record ng PNB declared a year ago as dineclare as property dividends a year ago, and they will share pro rata. Ngayon, as to yung tagal, talagang matagal po yan. Now, as for the status, you'll have to call the corporate secretary of PNB and ask for the status. Ano na ba ito? Ano ba nangyayari dito? I tried to look at the disclosure pero matagal na po yung disclosure ng PNB. So almost more than a year na po yung last disclosure niya on that. So I guess if you are a stockholder of PNB, then you have to go to the corporate secretary of PNB and ask for that status. Okay, so that's my tip or my advice to you. Kasi ako po, hindi po ako stockholder ng PNB, so wala akong personality. But if you are a stockholder, then you have the right to ask on what's happening to your property dividends, diba? So yun lamang po. Okay, sana po nasagutan ko po yung tanong po ninyo, si Fernando Dumok. So let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on what happened today. And I think it rose almost flat, 7.22 points up to end at 6263.39. So it's still bearish actually. So hindi talaga, well, parang tumaas pero pababa pa rin po ang ating trend. Ngayon po, ang ating all-share index is down or flat din po. 0.8 points lang yung, wala pang 1 point or 0.02%. Yung ating sectoral indices ended mixed, no? Financials, holding companies, and services are up, pero almost flat din to. Industrials, mining, and properties are down. Okay, so let's now take a look at the most active stocks, and of course we'll be checking on FB. Let's check on PNB. Then SMPH and SM are the most active stocks, plus URC, and let's take a look at MONDE. What happened na to MONDE? Okay, so we will be reviewing these stocks, and let's go first to FB. San Miguel Food and Beverage is bearish. Pababa pa rin po, although it ended with a green candlestick at 43.30. Tingnan nga natin kung merong fundamentals itong San Miguel Food and Beverage. San Miguel Food and Beverage, meron siyang buy rating, 85 pesos or a 98.6% upside, ha? Malaking upside niya. But the market hasn't realized that yet. So, pababa po yung ating stock. And it is bearish. So, on the short term, I check lang po natin. Let's try to draw. So, let's draw na lang a line, ano? Kasi parallel channel ay hindi natin makita yung dulo eh. Ang pinaka nearest support, let's draw a 1-week chart. Ayan. Naku, maabot na ng pre-pandemic to, ha? Okay, support na sa 43, but the next lower support ay nandito po, napakalayo na po. Kasi ang I think ito yung pinaka-resistance niya, 46.22, and 31.09 is the nearest support. And this dates back in 2017 pa, ha? So, tumaas si FB after that, pero bumagsak ulit. Yung presyo na 46.22 is presyo noong March 2020 pre-pandemic. So, bumaba pa po siya pre-pandemic level, and magandang bumili, no? Magandang bumili dahil napakalaki po ng upside, almost 100%. So, yan po yung pinaka-resistance po natin, 46.22, and the support is at 31.09 unless we see another support level forming, no? So, balik po natin sa 1 day. Then, let's take a look at PNB. Si PNB rose, pero almost flat din to eh. Yan. So, yung kanyang pinaka-support nandito po sa level na ito, nasa 1760 to 1770 po ang pinaka-support level niya, while the nearest resistance ay nandito sa level na ito. Actually, this is resistance level already, no? So, pwede nating ilagay sa 1808. Resistance level na po ito. Yan po si PNB. The next higher resistance would be here. Nasa 1883. Support and resistance, di po yan exact points, but these are areas. SMPH is next. SMPH ay sideways lang po si SMPH. It has been moving that way since February, the start of the year, sideways, almost sideways, but it became more pronounced dito noong May 2022. So if we will be drawing a Darvas box, yan po yung movement ni SMPH with resistance here at 39 or almost 40 pesos, and support is at 33.70. Tapos si SM naman, SM is pababa si SM. Okay, let's try to draw a parallel channel. Ang EMA50 po is acting as resistance. So, nasa 823.99 or 824 ang pinaka-resistance level po natin. And the support ay nandito sa 737 based dito sa ating parallel channel. So it's moving downwards. And let's check the fundamentals. SM Investments Corporation, there's a buy rating, 1,160 ang presyo niya or a 50% upside. And then URC ay okay. So URC appears to be moving upwards na, no? All our indicators are under the candlestick at maganda po yung kanyang movement except that nagkaroon ng profit taking yesterday but there is a green candlestick today. Nevertheless, bullish po si URC based dito sa ating mga indicators with resistance here at 119 and the nearest support nandito po sa 112. Okay, 112.60 ang nearest support po niya. And it is bullish, nasa 52 po yung RSI or 53 ang RSI. After that, tingnan naman natin ang nangyari kay MONDE. Si MONDE ay naka-recover na siya. Yung ating short and medium term are already under, which means na naka-recover na po or on the way to recovery. Support is here at 1273 and now yung kanyang presyo is above the EMA 100, slightly above. Yung EMA 100 kasi is nasa 1431, nasa 1438 po si MONDE. And the resistance level, this is resistance level already. So sana ma-break niya, no? The next higher resistance nasa 1450 ang resistance niya, next resistance, and the next higher would be here at 1641. So it appears na nag-recover na po itong si MONDE o pataas na po siya. So RSI is also bullish at 58. Okay, so yan po ang ating report sa stock market Friday, July 22, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chodoro nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik. Hanggang sa muli, happy weekend, stay safe, God bless. Bye for now.